Merci. Mute in the middle.
Simon, can you hear us?
I can indeed. Good morning. Who are we missing? Ambassador Hannah is with us. Ambassador Fuchs is with us. My dear friend Ambassador Masima is with us. So I guess we're waiting on Ambassador Reta. And
Simon, just a quick sound check. Can you hear us from here?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear the kids. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Vivian.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ambassador Fuchs, how are you?
I'm very good. Just U.R.T is fine.
Here we are here in a company of ambassadors, so it's important that we give everybody the titles that they should have.
Thank you. At home, I'm just U.R.T, so. If at all.
So my apologies to those of you who've joined us on time. We're waiting for a representative from the Embassy of the Ivory Coast, who should be representing Ambassador Kofi with us this morning, and Ambassador Reta from the Ethiopian Embassy. And as soon as they join us, we shall begin. Alex is, do you know if Ziwa is joining us or if he's in surgery?
Hi.
Hi, Alex. Good morning.
Is it morning now or is afternoon now? I think good afternoon.
I guess it is. Yes, if it's past noon, it's good afternoon.
Yeah, Ziwa was with me in operating theater, but now he went back to the department. I'm in operating theater.
I understand that. Tamar, do you know what's the status of the two other embassies?
I am trying to reach them on the phone right now.
Ambassador Masima, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Simon Fisher. How are you?
Fine. Isn't Sunday the day that you play golf?
No, but not only golf. Today is, Sundays for us is Shabbat. So, but because of the importance of this meeting, I put aside everything so that I could attend.
Yeah, I actually have a good friend who plays golf on a regular basis in Caesarea, and I understand he's still not back to playing golf because of the COVID.
Give him my contact so that we can link up, because I'm now, a number of my friends have left, the Nigerian ambassador, the ambassador of Kazakhstan. So I'm looking for partners to play with. Kindly provide him with my details and then we can link up.
With greatest pleasure. But in any event, it's raining here, raining at last. So if that's the reason for no golf today, I think that's a good reason.
Indeed, but with this now, the disease, we're a bit scared. We are going with a very great care. So it's not as regular or it's not as normal as it used to be. Others, when are the missions going to start? We are longing to see them in Tanzania.
Yeah, so we are now starting to plan a budget, or finalizing the budget for 2021, and Tanzania is the first in our plan. So we're really hoping January, February to conduct a cardiology clinic in Nazi Moja Hospital in Zanzibar. And we're hoping that by then, Dr. Stella, who is here with us now, she'll be back home, and maybe she and her colleague, Dr. Naiz, will be able to join us
Sure.
at the clinic.
Thank you.
So, I mean, that's the initial plan, and later on, all being well, we would like to carry out either one or two missions together with Dr. Stella and the whole team at the Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute. And we do a week of catheterization. I don't know if you know Ambassador Masima, but the past few years, it's been a joint international effort. So we've also had, once a year, we've had a group of doctors from Germany,
Yes.
from the Deutsche Heart Centrum in Berlin, which is one of the top centers in the world, definitely in Europe in the field of pediatric cardiac care. And then we end up doing, it's a joint initiative, Tanzanian, German and Israeli. The German embassy is always very nice, and you know, they hold a nice reception for the team when we're there. And I hope that the new old president, President Magufuli, will also be in a position to hosting us in one way or another when we are there next time. But the dates have not been finalized. It will probably be, it won't be before March, April.
I really appreciate for that program, and we are looking forward to seeing you in Dar es Salaam and in Mnazi Mmoja, and certainly you will end up with the national park as we did the other time.
That's always a good way to hook the teams to come. You're right.
Yes, I still remember the way you danced the Maasai jump. You were very good in the
Ambassador Hannah, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon. And enjoying the conversation between you and Ambassador Massimo. And so I'm happy to see you and everybody else.
Do I rightly pronounce your name as Ambassador Nyarko?
Nyarko, yes, you're right. You're correct.
Nyarko. Well, we've been waiting for, it's been a long time since we've been, we've had a child from Ghana and Israel. And I'm really happy that, we are in a position to renew the activities and bring children. Just to share with you, maybe on a diplomatic level, but on a all Africa level, obviously COVID remains a challenge. Today we were meant to have 2 children from Banjul, Gambia, board flights to Israel. One of them has successfully boarded the flight. Unfortunately, the other child who'd been waiting for a long, long time, well before COVID, was found to be COVID positive. So this was, very upsetting to us all, sure to the family and the supporters and everybody. So, we'll wait for the patient to clear the tests and then hopefully bring them to Israel in a month's time. So this is something inevitably we are facing. Although again, having said that, I think we've already been able to develop quite a good system together with the assistance of the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. One second, let me just answer the phone to Ambassador Reta. Yes, Ambassador Reta. I am okay. We're on the Zoom call. Are you in a position to join us? Okay. Yeah, you are more than welcome to join us as soon as you're finished. I will offer your apologies because we have here Ambassador Massima with us and Ambassador Hannah from the Ghana Embassy. But join us when you can. Greatest pleasure. Okay. So as you heard, apologies from Ambassador Reta. We've found ways to work with COVID, and I think it's a lot. I'm very happy that Ambassador Yuval Fuchs, Yuval is with us here from MASHAV. I assume that both Ambassador Hannah and Ambassador Massima, you're well acquainted with Yuval from MASHAV, Deputy Head of MASHAV, and together with MASHAV, we've been able to bring quite a number of the last groups of children to Israel. MASHAV has helped us by funding the flight tickets for many of the recent groups. And this has been great support and great assistance. And with us on the call is also former employee of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Gadi Lahad. He's on my top left corner. And Gadi worked for the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs for, I don't want to get the number of years wrong, so I will say tens of years. And he's become a great asset to Save a Child's Heart, because together with the team, but on a volunteer basis, he's been working on all the consular and logistical aspects of bringing the patients and being in touch with the embassies. And he's really assisted us greatly in, fine-tuning and streamlining the arrival of the children. Especially since the beginning of COVID, there's been the requirement of obtaining the green light from a joint effort of ministries. So it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and of course also the Ministry of Interior, and most importantly, because of COVID, the Ministry of Health. So Gadi, this is an opportunity to thank you. And for us, all this is a great opportunity to have and the two ambassadors join us today. We're not used to giving these virtual tours. We like to show people in person, as you both know, ambassadors, from your previous visits, and to have everybody together is very special and a unique opportunity. I think, you know, this visit is going to be like, I would say, a preparation for a grand event that we want to hold together with a number of our precious supporters and donors internationally. And on that occasion, it would be a great honor for us if you could join the programs and the Zoom call and endorse Save a Child's Heart, each one from his perspective country, whether it be it MASHAV or Ethiopia or Tanzania or Ghana or Ivory Coast. Our plan is to bring on board really some of the top people like Sylvan Adams and Morris Khan and the Azrieli family and many other supporters that we have in North America, and to use this opportunity to call them to help us to support more children so that we can increase the activities that we are doing. So I'm just giving you like a heads up. And I think if it's okay with the three of you, as you're the key guests, and before obviously I ask you to say a few words and from your own experience in your own country, I'd also like to welcome officially to the school. On the top of my screen, I have with me here Dr. Vivian from Tanzania, who's training with us in pediatric intensive care, and Dr. Stella, who's training with us in pediatric cardiology, also from Tanzania. And then just now, maybe I could ask Dr. Fitsum and Dr. Tolesa if they could show their faces. And I guess there's a photograph of Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex is training with us in anesthesia, also from Tanzania. And my center role, who's just shown us his face, is Dr. Fitsum. Dr. Fitsum is a young physician from Ethiopia, and he's enrolled, I would say, in a very challenging times here in the Save a Child's Heart program. There's a new requirement now here in Israel that doctors want to come and train more than 12 months in Israel. They have to pass what is called the USMLE examination. So these are internationally recognized examinations, international standards, and that is becoming a precondition for long-term periods of training. And Dr. Fitsum, along with Dr. Neema, who's about to join us from Tanzania in a couple of months, they're going to be, you know, excuse my expression, they're going to be like the pilot, the guinea pig on this program. And I really pray for their success. So the first year that they're going to be spending in Israel, as with ambassadors, they will be studying the language, Hebrew, so it can be of assistance to them throughout the training program. But most importantly, studying in order to pass this USMLE exam. The two physicians, Dr. Fitsum and Dr. Neema from Tanzania, are actually going to be funded by Save a Child's Heart, not only in terms of their training, but also in terms of their entry examinations. And I hope they prove to be successful candidates, both of them. Last but not least, we can't see his face just now, Dr. Tolesa. Dr. Tolesa is an Ethiopian physician who's completing I think Tole, how long have you been with us now in Israel? I cannot hear you.
5 years.
For 5 years. Dr. Tolesa is completing 5 years fellowship in anesthesia, specifically in cardiac anesthesia. And, you know, he will be part of the backbone of the team, which we've been working very hard to establish in Ethiopia, I would say over the past, probably we're talking about already 7 or 8 years. So these are challenging times, but the work of Save a Child's Heart continues. Tamar, are you with me? Okay, so
Yes,
you know, we all love to, you know, hug our children and kiss our children and see how they're doing, but you know, this just now the COVID is preventing us from doing this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over now to Tamar Shapira. She, as you probably all know her by now, she's a Deputy Executive Director of Save a Child's Heart, and she's in charge of the public relations and international relations of the organization, a true partner to all the achievements of Save a Child's Heart. We've been working together for many years, and I'll dash inside and join her, but she's going to take you around and introduce you to all the kids at Save a Child's Heart just now. Now, I almost forgot to say, because we started with small talk, but we have in Israel just now 23 children in total, and 10 doctors in training. Some of the doctors, as you can see, are with us here this morning. Likewise, some of the children. Most of the children are either in the hospital, undergoing treatment, and we have a group of both of Palestinian kids from Gaza and from West Bank who are always, you know, at the hospital rather than the children's home. So I hand the floor over to Tamar, please.
Okay, thanks, Simon, and hi everyone from the children's home. We have a full house, almost a full house here. Some of the kids are at the hospital and we don't get a chance to see them today. Some of them are sleeping, some of them are half sleeping, but I want to introduce you now to everyone. First of all, you can see up there is the board of Save a Child's Heart with the list of all the children who are currently in Israel. Some of them before surgery, some of them are after surgery, and of course the doctors who are training with us. While they're in Israel, the children and mothers stay here at the children's home. It's their home away from home. And we try, together with the help of all our volunteers, to create a less homely atmosphere for all of them. Okay, so let's start our round and introduce you to everyone who's here. Okay, so each group that comes to Save a Child's Heart is accompanied by a nurse. The nurse takes care of all the children. The mother is the right hand of Flora, our house mother. And their role here at the Children's Heart is very, very important for all of them. Hi, I'm Ohio from London. How old are you? 29. So that's quite an exceptional age for a child for us to bring to Israel, but you've been here before, right? Yes. What do you want to translate? So for the ones who don't speak Swahili,
Hey, good.
And Aaron is asleep. And Aaron is still waiting for his turn to serve me, right, Aaron? Hello. Hello. Mama, you want him from the and Mama Daniela. Mama Daniela from Ghana. Mama Daniela, you want to tell us in a few words about Daniela and how she journey? And Daniela's father is in Ghana. I know because I was talking with him all the time and he's very worried. And hopefully soon you'll be able to meet them. You want to say hi, Daniela?
How are you? Good to see you.
Hello. From Ethiopia. And how old are you? Hi there. Hello. Someone very, very tired. My son told me that he is from Ethiopia. He needs to go to Okay, so I think that's more or less everyone. We have here Marissa, our marketing manager, Anna, Georgia, intern for marketing, and Laura will join us hopefully in a minute, also the house mother. So yeah, Simon, you wanna? So that's here. That's who we have here at the children's home, and I think ambassadors will be very happy to hear from you now. Maybe Ambassador Masima, you can be first. Ambassador Masima?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It was a bit difficult to get you through. It was echoing, so we didn't get the clear message which you presented. But all in all, thanks very much for inviting me and having me at this juncture. Simon pointed out earlier that they are planning to visit Tanzania by 2021, hopefully by January. And that's what we are looking forward to receiving them in Dar es Salaam and in Zanzibar as well. As of now, we are still forming the government. We've just gone through the elections, which ended last month. Now the president is still forming the government. He hasn't appointed as yet for the cabinet, which we expected any time it will be announced. That's when we'll know who is heading the Ministry for Health and other ministries as well. But all in all, the government is running, up and running. All are eagerly waiting for you. We are all appreciative of what SACH is doing to Tanzania, and they hope that they will extend to other areas apart from Mnazi Mmoja and Dar es Salaam. They can equally go to Dodoma, to the Benjamin Mkapa Hospital. To this end, let me also welcome Ambassador Schlein, who is joining us as the new head of MASHAV. And wishing well Ambassador Gil, who is moving to the protocol department. We are happy to receive the one whom we have been working with. Ambassador Schlein was with the Department of Africa. So he has just moved to another section and expanded the responsibilities Of course, I'm looking forward to meeting her soon. And also Gail Haskell, who has moved to protocol, so is not new to us, which is an advantage for us. At the same time, let me take this opportunity to send my condolences to Ghana, whom they lost their former president, Jerry Rawlings, around 2 or 3 days ago. We hope that he will send our messages of condolences to the bereaved family and the whole community of Ghana. Of course, even us, for by extension, we had a similar experience about 2 or 3 months ago when we lost our former head of state, Benjamin Mkapa, whom the hospital in Dodoma is named after him. So we know the difficulties we are going through this period. And I hope God will keep with you and bless you all in all this until you bury him and come to terms with the reality. Otherwise, we are very thankful. It's saddening to hear about the young girl from, was it Gambia, whom was caught, who was diagnosed with the COVID positive, who was supposed to be here in Israel. I don't know whether this situation would complicate his health status. Let's pray for him that he or she could recover from this COVID-19 and then be able to come here in Israel for the proper treatment of the main problem which he or she is facing. So let's keep our hands together. Let's pray together for him to come. Otherwise, thanks very much. We appreciate for what SACH is doing to Tanzania and to Africa as a whole. Very unfortunately, because of the pandemic which is surrounding Israel here, it has been a bit difficult to visit the center. But certainly we are planning that once the situation allows, we'll come as we have been doing in the previous times to visit the children and have fun with them. I'm sure this is one of the things which they are missing, but there is nothing we can do just to pray for the success and to pray for them that what brought them here could be successful and for them to return to their homes and join with their families in a better health than the one which they came with when they are coming in Israel. So thanks very much for that.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Perhaps Ambassador Hannah from Ghana, you want to say a few words?
Thank you very much, Tamar, for giving me the floor. I'd like to, first of all, thank Save a Child's Heart through Simon and everyone here on the platform for this opportunity you give children from developing countries like Ghana, giving them a second chance at life. And it's something we appreciate very much. And saying that, I acknowledge the presence of Evelyn from Ghana and her daughter Daniela, who had her surgery a couple of weeks back. I'm very happy to see Daniela looking hale and healthy, and I'm happy with the updates Tamar has been giving me about Daniela's recovery. It's been very fast, and we are thankful to God for all the help that Save a Child's Heart has been given, not only to Daniela, but other children, some of whom we see in the picture, another shot at life. I share the sentiments expressed by Ambassador Masima of Tanzania regarding the Gambian boy who is unable to come. We wish him a speedy recovery, and we are confident that he would be able to fly to Israel very soon to benefit from the good work that Save a Child's Heart is doing. I'd like to also congratulate Save a Child's Heart for so far having conducted 5,555 life-saving procedures. It's not an easy achievement. It's no mean feat. And also to realize that the latest child, the 5,555th child to benefit, is a very young boy from Gaza, which demonstrates the depth and the reach of Save a Child's Heart without any discrimination, without any limitation, reaching out to children from many parts of the developing world to have a second shot at life. We really appreciate and cherish what we're doing, and we hope and pray that you will continue to receive as much sponsorship as is needed to enable more children to come to Israel to benefit. I'd like to also commend the young doctors who are with us. You are very lucky, you are very fortunate, and we know that you will go back with a very rich experience of your stay here in Israel. The training you've had, the work ethic, the people you have met, you're going to have a very enriched experience when you go back home. And you're going to contribute to what can be done locally to save children such as those we have here who have very life-threatening conditions. The relations between Israel and African countries, as well as other countries, including Ghana, goes many years back. And we are happy that day in, day out, each year, we see the bilateral relations, the respective bilateral relations being strengthened. And Save a Child's Heart plays a very important part of it. And so it's not something we take for granted at all. And we also hope that other young doctors will, in the near future, come to Israel to have a benefit of this experience. I'm looking forward to having some Ghanaian doctors coming. And so, Simon, I will be contacting you to discuss the modalities and other things that we need to do to bring over some doctors to benefit from this experience. I'm particularly impressed with the way you have managed during this COVID period. Indeed, when the patients from Ghana, Daniela and the mother arrived, I couldn't visit them immediately. It took a while, and we understood because you need to take all the precautions. But in spite of the threat of COVID and the fear and the worry, you have managed to bring in more children recently from Cote d'Ivoire, and so far everything has gone on very smoothly, and I think that's very, very commendable. And we hope that the pandemic will be a thing of the past very soon, and we'll have the freedom of movement and gathering that we also desire. So for those of you who haven't been able to have visits from your embassies, just exercise patience. At the right time, you would have the visits you look forward to. I'd like to conclude by thanking Ambassador Massimo for his message of condolence. Indeed, the demise of our former president is a blow to everyone. He played a very important part in establishing primary health care in Ghana with all the challenges that we have, but we have been able to build on it. He's been instrumental in establishing a University of Development Studies in the northern part of Ghana, which also has a medical school. And there are many other things he did, but that is life. We come and we go. But we believe that so long as we have life, we all have the opportunity to make an impact wherever we are. And we are happy that Save a Child's Heart is making that impact here in Israel, which resonates around the world and giving many children a chance at a second life. And so thank you once again, Simon. Thank you to you and your team for what you're doing. God bless you and provide you with all the resources that you need. Thank you, Tamar, also for your coordination. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Ambassador Fuchs, do you want to say a few words as well?
Yes, with pleasure. Thank you, Tamar. Thank you, Simon, Tamar, Gadi, and all the friends at Save a Child's Heart. This is an important cooperation in the field of development cooperation. And I'm hesitating to say that it benefited in recent months or last 2 years, because nothing is a benefit when it comes to healthcare. But I can say that our cooperation is going very well forward. It is very much appreciated by everybody at the ministry, of course, by the new Deputy Director General coming in, Deputy Director General here in MASHAV, who is familiar, and by the incoming Deputy Director General of Africa. You will all get to know both ladies very soon. And of course, by the minister. The minister met Simon and other people from the management of Save a Child's Heart some weeks ago, and he's fully aware and appreciative of the cooperation and the good work that you are doing. This is, of course, not only a cooperation with Save a Child's Heart. This is an important stone, I would say, in the development cooperation between MASHAV and all your countries, dear ambassadors, and we are happy to support to the extent possible for us. And here, I think that the colleagues at Save a Child's Heart and here in Jerusalem, in MASHAV, and I believe also in your capitals, we share a vision that it will not be only and occasionally or ad hoc cooperation, but it will be a permanent cooperation, and putting together something like a center of excellence, be it in Tanzania or in Ghana or Ivory Coast or Ethiopia. There are very good beginnings. I'm glad that Save a Child's Heart, besides operating children, is hosting permanently doctors from Africa, and not only for longer on-the-job learning missions here in Israel. And again, we will be happy, and I hope that circumstances, health circumstances, budgetary, political, everything will support. We will move soon enough to the next stage from ad hoc cooperation, which is welcomed and important, to a more permanent and structuring physical or not physical center of excellence in this field in all your countries. Thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas.
Okay, thank you very much, Ambassador Fuchs. Simon, back to you.
Yeah, I have a special request of all of you. It's in a couple of weeks' time. A very special person to Save a Child's Heart will be celebrating, sorry, his 90th birthday. His name is Walter Feldman, and he founded Save a Child's Heart in the UK. And what I would like to do is, first of all, I would like to start by, I would like to, before we actually do something in honor of Walter, I would like to ask a representative of the doctors, maybe to share your experience with the ambassadors and with MASHAV. Could I ask you, Stella, to speak on behalf of the doctors in training? And the other thing is, once we do congratulate Walter Feldman together, I would highly appreciate it if for 2 minutes everybody reveals their face, so that we can congratulate him together and maybe sing together with the children happy birthday to Walter. So Stella, are you with us?
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Stella, we can't see you. Thank you.
Yeah, now we can. So, hello, everybody. Thanks so much for having myself and Vivian. The meeting has caught us in between taking an Ivorian patient upstairs for some imaging. That's why we're on and off, but we're in the middle of work. And as has been said by pretty much everyone, SACH has really done an amazing job over the past couple of decades, and in various fields, including, of course, treatment of heart disease in children, especially those ones from our countries of low resource settings, as well as training us, training for which we're very grateful for, to really have the hands-on experience in what we consider a resource-rich country is something that is very unique. And as Ambassador Nyanko said, we're indeed very fortunate to have had this experience. And we are grateful for this collaboration, and we really do hope that it will continue to help us grow into centers of excellence for our countries back home and for the regions back home.
Dr. Tolesa, as probably the doctor here who's been here the longest time amongst the doctors, who's with us online just now, would you mind saying a few words as well? Thank you, Stella.
Okay, thank you for giving me the chance. It has been already solid 5 years since my feet stepped into this country, a country of amazing people, loving, very dedicated and helping. I have been enjoying my stay regarding, I can say, in all aspects, especially socially and academically. And now I can say I feel I have grasped a lot of knowledge and the skills, and I'm looking forward to go back home. Already done my stay in Israel as pediatric cardiac anesthesiologist. It's about a month and something is left to go. So I can't wait to be part of the local team there in Ethiopia, already performing cardiac surgery. So thank you everyone for everything has been done to me. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Tolesa. And I'm still trying to get Alex Loft to join us back. But in the meantime, Dr. Fitsum from Ethiopia, will you say a few words? You are on mute, Dr. Fitsum, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you, Simon, for the opportunity. It has been now 1 month and a half since I'm here, and so I'm the one with only 1 month and a half experience here. But I'm grateful for the opportunity that the Save the Child Hub gave me and for my country, as it's going to be an asset for the future in building the local team. So even though it's a bit different this time, as you explained during your speech when you start, so I have to go through some things. I am aware of that and trying to do my best. And I'm grateful for Safe Childhood team and the donors for the opportunity for my training and for the children they treat from all of the African continent and from more. And I'm grateful for all you have done to my country as well. So I'd like to say thank you and looking forward to the experience that I'm going to have here. Thank you.
Dr. Fitsum. If I can ask everybody to switch on their cameras for 2 minutes. Dr. Tolesa, just the camera, and Ambassador Fuchs, please. Tamar, the floor is over to you and Laura.
Okay. Simon, do you want to first congratulate Walter, and then we'll all sing the song, okay?
Okay, so Walter Fellman, we're all here together, ambassadors from Africa, from Tanzania, and from Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Ethiopia. And we are here together with the children of Save a Child's Heart, and with the staff of Save a Child's Heart, and with the volunteers. And we've got here together to celebrate. We have a very special celebration today, and I think we'll be celebrating many more times in the weeks to come to celebrate your very, very special birthday. And I want to invite the children of Save a Child's Heart to sing you a small song together with everybody else here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Walter, happy birthday from all of us, and many, many, many happy returns. We all love you very much. And I guess with that ringtone, I'd like to thank you, ambassadors, for joining us today. And we look forward to visiting for your real visits rather than your virtual visits to Save a Child's Heart. And take this opportunity again to thank the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs and MASHAV, represented here by Yuval Fuchs, for their partnership and hard work together with us. And together, united, we will continue to save many more young lives, one heart at a time. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all at our next Zoom call. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for the meeting. Shavuot Tov, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ambassador Masima.
Thank you. See you again. Hopefully we'll meet soon and later.
Asante sana. Thank you. Amasaganalo.
Todaraba.
In Ghana, you say medase. Yadase.
Medase.
Medase. Thank you.
Thank you, Medase.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.